This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, Shashi sir, let's start with you.
Yeah,
Okay,
so it's been long.
yeah, go ahead.
Sorry. No, I just wanted to know all the QAs are here. So what is new in QA world? That's like a
Exactly. I
generalized
was asking the same
question.
question. So what's new on your horizon, guys?
Sorry, I missed the question. What he asked?
So Shashi sir is
So
asking.
so what is new in the QA world? So there might be new technology, new tools are coming out. Okay, how the market, how the QAs, role, in current situation of working from home. You know. So, yeah, that is what I want to
Okay.
know. Yeah.
Anyone?
As per my experiences, last 4 to 5 months, because I was also looking for a new job and all these things. So what I have observed is currently nobody is means want a pure manager thing for the QA specifically. Means even though they are offering you a manager, vice president role, but they want you as a individual contributor. So you should have a functional or technical knowledge where you can give your inputs, and whenever needed you can pitch in the actual functional world or a technical world. So that's what everybody is expecting from the QA person. And along with that, a pure functional tester. I'm saying functional tester because when you said the manual tester, it comes in a different way. So that's why I'm using the terminology functional tester. So they don't expect that you should do only the functional testing as per the steps provided to you. They are expecting we should be open for the automation. We should give your inputs for the logics for that, or even for the testing designing. And if you're working in agile, we should be more vocal as a tester also, and we should provide our inputs, our test scenario related things, or any technological limitation or everything whatever we are facing, we should be vocal. So that's what the things with everybody is expecting. If you're mentioning you are having 4 to 7 years experience, and with agile scrum terminologies you are mentioning in your resume, so this is what I experienced in last 4 to 5 months by giving the interviews and all. And so this is the overall, we can say, the QA where QA is proceeding. And even new tools like Cypress. Means there are scenarios where technology is 2 years old, but they are expecting experience in the 5 years with the Cypress also. So with the new technology, the market is or whoever is asking for those technologies, they are not aware of the technologies detailing and all these things. So we should be vocal in that way also for the interviews with the HR or any technical people, that this is I have mentioned in this, but this is what I have done. Maybe you don't have experience in actual project, you didn't get a chance, but at least you can mention that I did it by myself, I have that project, and you can mention that link from the upload your project in the Git. So it will be very easy for the interviewer to go through your project, so they will know that what things you had did it. Not necessary you have a hands-on experience, but if you're providing such a links on the means Git links where the project is imported, maybe that project is very, very small, it's just a login page, but they will get to know you're a keen learner, you can do it by yourself. So if you get the exposure, you can do best. So that things we can add up. So this is what my experience for the last 4 5 months interview experience. So yeah.
Excellent.
Thanks.
Actually, you have covered all the aspects of what was like the question was all about. So what, I mean, like the job market, the tools, the technology, the QA, where the QA are proceeding. Thank you. Thanks, Savita.
Thanks.
Thank you, Savita. Next question. Okay, so I'll ask next question. Hema, go ahead.
Yeah, hi Nagesh. So this is my first time have joined this call. So I already had a word with you regarding my job seeking in Dubai location. So my questions are first, what kind of skill sets should I have a good demand in Dubai? And secondly, I came to know that in Dubai they prefer local candidates. So how do I find a job by sitting here in India?
Anyone?
It's a very tough question. It's a very tough question. Uh, Localization is always preferred, to be very honest. Every country actually prefers their candidates before other candidates, unless and until there is a, hiring from, there is a official, they need it from other countries, some support or on-site issue, on-site kind of opportunities. But
Okay.
I I really don't even I have tried to explore it like New Zealand and all. I was thinking that how can I get opportunity there, but I don't know. It doesn't come up. They actually ask for residential proofs there, so that is
All
the
right.
case.
Can I do one thing like can I join a company here in India where Gulf projects and specifically Dubai projects
Yes,
are there, and then
yes,
later
yes.
on I can go on site.
Yes, I can give you even one more suggestion. There is the lot of companies which mainly do business with Gulf scenarios, mostly for oil, oil based, or I was working with General Electric before, and they were into oil and gas domain. So there is one more company name as Armco, ARMCO. So
Hmm.
that has presence in Gulf and all areas. So if you can be a part of Indian subsidiary, then definitely you can get opportunity to go there.
Okay.
People do
Okay.
that, yeah. You have to mark those companies specifically, to be honest.
Right.
Yeah. And as a QA professional, things have changed, man. Means there were times when CV, the job description used to be like, okay, we are just expecting automation using Selenium. We are just expecting basic knowledge of manual testing and all those things. Now it has completely changed. I have seen descriptions like they are expecting you to actually be on par with developer, be on par with DevOps, be on par with everything which is there. It's no more
True.
just a functional tester. It's no more there. The kind of pressure that we guys actually face now is far from what a professional faced 10 or 15 years before. Like Nagesh can probably, or whoever here is a professional from 20 years experience, 20 years experience, 15 years experience. They must be remembering that they did write functional tests in Excel sheet. They had that specific test. They had that sheet where test case scenario, and requirements and the test cases were there. But now it's no more there. Now we found, like I myself in my job role, 2 days I do manual testing, 3 days I'm doing automation, 2 days I'm building pipeline. So in a sprint itself, there are so many targets to achieve in different domains. So
Right.
there's a lot of flexibility requirement now. So it's very changed, I guess.
Yeah, I
Thanks.
agree
Thanks
with
a lot.
Nimesh. Yeah, I agree with Nimesh. So there is a small perspective from my side. I see how it is. So typically, like as Nimesh, you were saying that previously we were very specific, like we want only UI automation tester or a
Yeah,
manual
man.
tester. So currently, like at least in product-based companies, what I've seen is more or less the companies are moving on a microservices-based architecture, also using cloud or moving to cloud as well, right? So instead of like UI, like more are focused on like the backend testing as well. And backend testing doesn't mean only the API testing, but it has a lot of aspects on that. Like performance could be one of them, but like as a tester, right? So I don't feel like they are no more like a QA. They expect them to be a quality engineers, specifically engineers, I
Yeah.
would say. Okay, so
Yeah.
wherein like just like we have a concept of full stack developer, right? So they need like a full stack QA kind of thing. So at least on the automation tools and things, he should be aware. Some from the DevOps, some from the observability perspective, SRE perspective, because everything comes up on the QA, right? Right from
Right. Right. Right.
ensuring the quality till analyzing the production bug as well, right? So
Yes.
Right.
we should be at least exploring any technologies which can give or help us in our day-to-day life. Yeah,
Yeah. I
right.
means I just have very less years experience. I just have 6 years experience. But what I have really now come up with a theory is that you are a part of organization, you're a part of project. The project changes the way the requirements come from business. They are very dynamic. We have to change with them. If we are growing and if we are becoming a better tester, then it's definitely our place to be at. If we are peaceful, our mind is at peace, we are getting satisfaction from our work, all these kind of values. It's not just pay actually anymore, it's more towards what you actually feel about your work. If you are really happy and satisfied, and in many areas, like out of 10 points which you feel about that you should get from an professional world, and if you get out of 8, then I would say it is a very good and satisfying job. And that till the time you should not actually move on, you should actually continue. There are a lot of factors like loyalty, there's a lot of factors, because you won't find in nowadays loyal employees also, you know. Learning and the growth is becoming very rapid. It also is based on what kind of domain you work on. Like if I am right now, if I am working on aviation domain will be little bit slow, I guess. But if I'm working in Flipkart e-commerce, the time to market is very fast. Time to market is very fast, so they will change like rapidly. So it all everywhere you will get lot of benefits, lot of drawbacks. But yeah, that's what you have to choose, especially when you're finding a job, right? Fire, be very much, uh, focused on what you actually need from a job than from what a job is giving you. Yeah.
Very, very interesting point, Nimesh and Ashish. Yeah. So just to summarize or conclude, what I'll say that, see how are you guys as are we guys as a tester contributing to the organization goal. Normally, what happens, we many testers or many individuals, I'll say, not I'll not say specifically tester, many individuals, they more focused on what I am doing, how I am going as an individual, how I'm going as a professional. Okay, how I am contributing to project or my work, how I am increasing, rather than think in a larger perspective, saying that how I am contributing to the organization goal. So first thing for that, you need to understand the organization goals, then uh, learn more about those goals, the targets, however. So these are the things. And Hima, going back to your Dubai SCI. So one recommendation that I can give you, find out a company locally and get transferred. One thing is there, and it's pretty challenging, to be honest, to get a job in a different country by staying in a different country. It's very difficult. Most probably, most of the organization, they will prefer, even if you are not a national of that country, they just want you to be in the country, even though you are from different country. So that's another aspect. So yeah, that's all. Next question. Hey Chitra,
uh,
nice to see you. Yeah, Nimesh, go ahead.
no, I was just curious about one point. How many guys feel here that the time to learn any new technology given by the project, uh, do you guys feel comfortable about it, or do you guys feel it that the expectation is very high and we are expected to move very fast and learn things and implement it and make the project grow? So what are your thoughts on that one?
Nimesh, Savita here. So here it depends. Means if your project demands and your management is it's want that tool only or that technology only, and then first thing you don't have an option. So at that time it comes like how you are taking that opportunity as a learning another technology, or it's a burden for me to learn that technology. So it depends upon the
Right.
situation at that time. You are so if even if you don't want to work, I'm just giving an example, but if you just think like, okay, I'm just getting one new technology to add in my resume, so I can learn, I can just show that, okay, I can learn, I have learned these things also, maybe this will help me in the future. So in that way it's beneficial for you, and anyways your project is demanding that. So it's again depends how you are taking that situation, because if your project is asking, you don't have any other option, right? So it may vary to person to handle that situation at that time. If you are enough of means pretty enough at the position where you can suggest the replacement of tool, it's better. But if not, then just take an opportunity to learn something new and just enhance your skills as well the resume. That's what
Yeah.
my opinion is. Yeah.
Any other views?
Ah, yeah, I go the same as Savita, as she's saying, because technology always keeps changing. It is not stagnant. If we keep enhancing our technology, then it's value added for ourselves also and for company also. If you take it as it's a point of growth for us only.
Right.
Next question. So
Hi.
after the discussion,
One,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yes, sir.
one quick just question. Is anybody worked on the Prover, or if anybody can just give any idea about the what Prover is and how it works? If anybody
Yeah.
worked on it,
Hey Savita, what is the spelling of that
it's
tool? Okay.
Provar. Prover.
Prover.
Yeah.
Need to Google that, I guess. I haven't heard of it. Maybe I'm becoming old in.
No, no, it's a new
This.
one, and mostly I guess
Okay.
Salesforce is more supporting that.
Yeah, I
That's not an
yeah,
issue.
I
How,
just
how,
googled it. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
what
I,
difference is
I
Salesforce? Like,
just
what is
googled.
Salesforce?
What is Salesforce? Yes, good question.
Salesforce is a cloud
So we
application.
have a
Ha. Yeah, go ahead, and Nagesh, you can give more idea on that. Yeah.
no. You go ahead because you are working. I'll add to it then.
Okay, so Salesforce is actually a CRM application. Not only the CRM application, they have their own cloud application like marketing, sales, and everything. And they have it's a US based company basically, or we can say the product company. And that product they have enhanced so much that for any project, if you're going ahead with the cloud application, most of the it's a biggest competitor for the Oracle for now. And the technology is so easy to customize. They have and that technology grown, like they have now we have profiles like Salesforce developer, Salesforce BA, Salesforce testers. So if you can just Google like a Salesforce, you will get a lot of things, and it's a rapidly growing technology right now.
It is somewhat like SAP.
Not exactly, but we can say it's like it's a product. Salesforce is a product.
Yeah,
So, and it's
means
a
the same.
with the customization. Yeah, you can use it for the any domain actually with the customization on that. So they have their basic application. If your project or if your company can utilize a basic one, you can use their license and go ahead. But if you want to enhance that basic application, simply you can do the customization. For that, they have their own marketplace with the third party applications for if any tool or any plugins you want to add on. So they have built up their own huge cloud itself for that application with the third party
Okay,
tools and all these things. Yeah.
nice, nice.
I hope
Yeah.
I answered your questions.
Yeah. So to addition to
Um,
what Savita just said, yeah, Shipra, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt. Actually, I was about to ask about the Salesforce testing thing, and what I have heard is this technology is on the boom right now. And can we, as a functional testers, can switch into the Salesforce testing? And if it is, so how much time it will take us to learn? Or can we have a session, a brief kind of a session, wherein we can get the insight like what it is about? Because what I have gained knowledge about it, like yesterday itself I was reading about it. So what I read, like it's a combination of administration, development, and testing. So if a person who is a functional tester or an automation tester wants to learn it, he needs to first go through the administration part, then the development part, means he needs to learn the coding as well, and then he can perform the testing. Is it so?
Partially, we can say it's not necessary that you should learn the coding. Administrator part is like just like configuration of it, object wise. So they have. So I'm just giving you the a little bit details that Salesforce application have their own. It consists of the objects, or we can say modules. So every object is connected with another module. So how that linkage? So as a tester, you should know the base of the Salesforce, how one object is connecting with the another. So it helps you for the testing that of, and as you mentioned, the testing is not as same as a normal product testing. You should know how Salesforce work, how the linkage is there, if any issue comes up. So administrator path comes into it. So from there you can get to know how that issue appears, or it's like an additional input you can share. So that's why for from the Salesforce tester, it's expected to know the administrator part partially, but it's not necessary you should be a certified administrator. That is also, once you start working on it or you start knowing that application and that linkage, you automatically knows the configuration part of it. Again, it's your interest. So if you want to learn more, so you can do the configuration part along with the testing, and you can enhance your skill set. And the development part, I don't agree. Yeah, of course, for the automation of if you're doing the Salesforce automation, then it makes a sense. You should know the development skill set for the regarding any language or so. But for the functional tester, it's not necessary to have a development knowledge, but you know how the process work for the Salesforce, the major thing.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, nicely explained, Savita. So to add to what Savita said is, yes, that's there are configurations. So what is Salesforce? Salesforce is a out-of-the-box application. What do you mean by out-of-the-box application? They give you a ready-made application to install onto your into your organization, and then based on to your business type, you can configure it. The configuration part takes into the so as a tester, first thing first, you should know the business, you know, the entire business flow. And second thing, these technical aspect like Savita just mentioned about the configuration and then the administration, all these things. And addition to this one, we are planning to have a session on Salesforce in future. I already got a PPT from one of our group member that he wants to explain what is Salesforce and how can you know learn Salesforce. So there are a few group members who have already have multiple certifications in Salesforce. One of them I know is Prashant. Prashant is currently in London. So Prashant also can explain us how can you do Salesforce and learn Salesforce. And so there are websites, apps where you can go and learn about Salesforce. And there are even there are mock exams you can attempt it. I don't know the cost of the exams and the actual exams and the certification. So that's pretty much.
Yeah, so add on to what Nagesh said, if you want to do the certification or if you want to learn Salesforce, you can just log in at the trailhead salesforce.com. So there, module wise, you will get a lot of educational stuff for the Salesforce specifically, and for the certification also there is from that link you can go ahead and check for the certification like Salesforce admin certification. And for the tester, some of the companies are asking for the administrator certification, but other certifications are more of a BA or a development stream certificate. So administration and advanced administration, these two are specifically, we can say that tester can go ahead with that. And for the basic admin, it's for the $200, and in Indian currency it goes around 15 to 16,000 or 14,000 around. It may vary as per the conversion.
Yeah, thanks, Savita. I've shared the link into the chat, so you can copy the link and refer it in the future. Yeah. Next question. I saw Arim has joined. Arim, your location currently?
Hi, Nagesh. Hello, Nagesh. Yeah, so
Yes.
I'm basically right now in Kolkata. So my work location is in Pune.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm
Okay.
in Kolkata right now. Yeah.
Fine. So Arim, Bipin is also in Kolkata. I don't know whether he is working in Kolkata or currently working remotely. So Arim, Bipin, Wali, and Nikhil, please you guys connect with each other. Arim, Wali, and Bipin are looking for job. They are in Hyderabad right now. So and if you are okay with Pune location, I'm going to share the email address into the chat. So you send me your CV. I will look if there are any openings. I have shared the email address into the chat.
Yeah, Nagesh, and thanks a lot. I'm just sharing it right away. So actually, I'm looking for a job change, and I've already shared my profile a couple of times in the group, maybe in the personally. And so definitely, it will be a great help if you can just refer me in your organization or somewhere else.
Sure. So what this is this is for everyone now. When you
Yes,
are
yes.
looking for a job, yeah, this is for everyone, not just for Arim. Yeah, when you're looking for a job, don't be so desperate. Be focused. You know, contact individually with a purpose. Just don't send randomly CV to people. It will not work. It will never work,
No,
to be honest.
that's definitely true.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So another thing is, when you are looking for a job, understand the JD, read it carefully. If it is suitable for your profile, you have experience for that, apply to that JD. Find out the contact from LinkedIn, get connected with them, ask for referral. Hmm. And this is how you should do it. And another thing is, keep learning the new technologies, new things. Okay. And if you're okay with the different location, be open for the different location. Anyhow, we are currently working remotely, most probably, for some time. But anyhow, if you're comfortable for locations, also go for the location. I have shared my email address. Those who are currently looking for job, feel free to share your CV. But again, give a thought, add whatever you know into the CV, and be specific. Yeah, that's the okay. Next question.
Regarding job, I have one more suggestion. I find that there are two type of job seekers. One particular job seeker is that they have a job in hand. They are planning to switch in around 3 to 6 months time period. they should probably follow, like, going out for a good company which has good culture, good values, and which is in sync with what you actually want to do with in your life, in your career. And there are the second job seeker who is like out of job and who is an immediate joinee, and there are a lot of factors, man. Means not everyone is blessed with good financial structure. Many people I have seen who out and out of jobs, and they are very much okay to go with 0% hike also, just to get whatever they are left. So because of COVID times and a lot of things. So yes, based on what kind of job seeker you are, prepare that ways and follow that path. That is also important.
Very,
Nagesh,
very
by
well
any chance,
explained.
the mail ID is wrong, or can you just cross-check that one?
Sure, I'll quickly confirm that. Okay, if it is wrong, I'll update the correct one. Okay.
Yeah, please.
Nagesh, I shared the details actually. I will share the GD to in our group tomorrow. So once I will get from the HR. So we are currently
Thank
having
you,
the
Nick.
PHP developer immediately looking. We are, and we have a requirement for the automation and the manual also. So for the team. So I will share the JD in a group itself tomorrow.
So the Nikhil,
Nice.
so this is for which location that means the requirement which you have posted?
Yeah, Hyderabad.
Okay, Hyderabad. Okay, all right. So this is for automation and manual both together, or it's a separate thing as well?
No. Both for the single itself actually. So if you have a functional testing background, it will get somewhat advantage. Why? Because we need a focus on those aspects also. So
Okay,
that will
okay,
this is a completely product based company. So that's the reason we are focusing on the both phases, both sectors. That's the reason.
okay. That's nice. That's nice.
One question. While seeking a job, for example, a person wants to switch the job and he is getting the opportunity in one of the company which is not an MNC. For example, Birlasoft. So it's an Indian company. It's not an MNC. And if we get the good package, because when you switch the job, they do give you a handsome package while switching. They just offer that time. The 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 other thing is that maybe the annual hikes are not that good, but the moment you get the offer, it's good. So shall we consider the only MNC at the kind of like, I have now 8 years of experience, so shall I not risk my what you call it, integrity with the non MNC companies? How should I choose? I think, like, what should be the approach?
Nagesh will be best to answer this. I can bet on this.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Nimesh, you put me in the spot now. Okay.
I was I was I
So,
was ready to bet 100 rupees also for this one.
okay. So, Shipra, the first question I always ask people when they looking for job, why are you looking for a job change?
For the better job opportunities, to learn the better
What do
skills
you,
than the previous job, and the package. It should be the combination. As per me, I just want to see my every aspect in the growing sense, not
hmm.
the single aspect. So be it learning, be it the package, be it the kind of people I would be working with. So it should be the combination, I guess.
Okay. What if someone comes to you and say that whatever you just said, I'm giving it to you. Will you join my company?
Yeah, I will go through the background as well, yes,
Now you
of
are
the
you changing
company.
you changing your priorities. Okay. So I always ask people that why are you changing the job is always most important thing. First thing, if my priority is money, if I'm changing only my job for money, then I should not prioritize other values. Okay. Like I should not consider what size of company, where is the location and all that. I'm getting money, I'll go and I'll join. Technologies, skills, and the career growth. In that case, somewhere, see, you you will not get everything every time. It's very difficult. Okay. And MNCs and all that, to be honest, it's just for me, just name. I grown up, or I got the optimal growth, like to be satisfaction, to be level of satisfaction of the growth in the organization where the organization size is 1,000 to 1,500 people. Okay. And this is this has happened with me, not only me, with me, many people. So again, going back to your question, I always ask, like, why are you changing the job? If you are fixed onto your answer, if I know that, okay, this is my priority, then only you go for that, be it any company, be it any location. Okay. So always we compare for the names, the brands, and all that. I have seen people who go for big brand, and then they came back with a very disappointed face, saying that, no boss, I went with very high expectation into this company, and it didn't work out for me. They prefer. Okay. So there are examples. One person from our own group, he joined one of the big MNC, and he left in within 3 or 4 months. Nimesh, you may able to get about whom I'm talking. So it's
Yeah.
depend. Okay. So it's depend on what exactly you're looking for, Shipra.
Okay, thank you.
And one more thing is, Chitra, I guess you said you have 8 years of experience.
Yeah,
Yeah.
approximately 9. Actually, it's crossing 9 now.
Okay. So you can just have a word with anyone who is around 9 or 10 plus. It is very tough to find jobs, man.
Fine job.
It is like,
Yeah, and then the notice period is also playing a major role. Like most of the companies are having like 2.5 months. Like my FIS is also having 2.5 months of notice period. So when it comes to the calls came, but the moment they come to this notice period thing, they are like, oh, okay, we just want 30 days at least. And
yeah.
then the
But
dueling
you should,
interview is also stuck. Yeah.
yeah, keep 6 months period. I would say 6 months is needed for a good job, for getting the perfect one. It is very tough market for high experience. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
actually
another.
dilemma comes when like you get a like offer from a company. It's a small company, suppose, for example. I'm just like giving an example. And then you have 2.5 months of the period of notice period to serve. And then maybe you will get the opportunities for the other companies you aspire for actually. So it's a risk, obviously, but it's worth taking risk because 2.5 months, if some company is entertaining with you, 2.5 months of notice period, and you have cleared all the rounds and you are getting the handsome package out of it, and being on in these 9 years of experience, as we talked about, that it's very difficult to get job when you are this much of experience. So I think it's worth taking the risk.
That's another topic, debatable topic about the offer, counter offer, and all that. We can discuss that thing later.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question. So we'll continue for next 15 minutes. We'll close exactly at 1:15. Any further new questions, different questions?
What is the difference between product-based and service-based testing mindset? If anybody has worked on both sides of the,
I have worked on both actually, and I was part of Entity Data Global Delivery Services earlier than FS. So it was a services based company only. So what I experienced, this product based company is so much of, I think, flexible, and it's easy to work with a product based company than the services based company, because when you have a services based company or the project, the the things are like very stringent, I would say. as compared to the product based company. The things are not that much of the time duration you get to perform the testing. It's very very stringent there in the services based. And moreover, when you have a your own tool, like FIS has this OPF tool, Open Payment Framework tool, for the payment domain. They process the payments through it for the various banks. So when you have your own tool, the customization is in your hands only. Everything is in your hands only to control it and to make client pay for it in enormous number of ways. So that leverage is always there when you are working with the product based company.
Yeah, even I agree.
Yeah, I agree with Chipra. So whoever asked me for the advice to because some of the freshers are nowadays willing to join MNC at the early stage because of the package and all these things. I always suggest in initial years of at least up to 6 years, you should join the product based company where you will get a lot of opportunities to learn about the function, domain, technologies. Yeah, because product based companies are the best thing to learn the new technologies because they always go for the new technology and they give you the opportunity to you learn and give and help us to build it or implement it in our project. So you get them a lot of opportunities. And in service based companies or MNCs, it's like it's a client driven. So there are a lot of limitation about which tool to use, uh, what to use, how to implement it, because you need to take a process of approvals. So always product based company in the earlier stage are recommended for the new joiners or the freshers or less experienced to learn everything. It's a big opportunity, I would say. So yeah, the lot of points I agree with Shipra on that note.
But
And one more very beneficial point here to add, which I missed actually, the hikes also. The annual hikes in the product based companies are much, much, much better than the services based company. If a fresher joins the product based company in the starting career, he will get his package, nicely, nicely growing. He can see his package.
But I have one thing to just say, right? In the product-based company, also you know to just go through. That means go for the stabilized company, stabilized product-based company. The startups, there will be pretty ups and downs in the product-based company, and the visionary as well as the product also they will be not sure that what exactly they are going to do. So in my current organization also, I have noticed that one. And the coming to the tools and all, suppose your company is out of fund or have less funding, or they are planning for the next round of funding and that didn't happen in between the COVID or anything kind of this unacceptance scenario. So in those cases, there will be pretty difficulties you will face. So it's always better to go for a stabilized product-based company rather than choosing the startup product-based company, because the problems whatever I have faced. So I believe that people who have also gone through like some startup product-based company, most probably the same experience they have also had, if the funding is less.
Right. Startup culture is very tough to actually work if you are not a fresher. Like freshers, still you can, learn a lot and work, but after a certain amount of experience, it is so tough.
Depends up to some actually it depends, because up to some point it's flexible, but after that when this all things comes like the VP is also not clear about what exactly the requirement the product okay, Nagesh. So if the VP and the product owner as well, they are not sure about the product, and if there is any new requirements you are suggesting, so they has to accept that one. That means if they find suitable, and these things takes a lot of time to happen. So it's not like you have approach for some new functionalities or new things, and they are pretty. That means they will accept it right away. So they takes time, and after that, if anything gets released in the current sprint, so again you have to do the rework over here again. And coming to the tools and all these things, hikes as well. So if the company is not stable, so they'll not give you a good hike. And the tools, if I coming talking about the tools, so then also they will just disagree that like what is the need of these tools and sell the ideas just to go for this particular tool. So it's quite of difficult to work in the startup product-based company. So I have seen two product-based company startups. Where one was fintech-based, another one is into different e-commerce, agri-e-commerce sector. So in those two things, actually, I have faced this issue.
Nikhil, you want to add your points? As Nikhil have worked on startups and product base, that's why I wanted to hear from him.
Yeah, it's what the thing you people are saying. It's very difficult, like when we are dealing with the things. And I think as a tester, and I'm a one person in a team, like from the starting, I face a number of issues for like things I don't know about what things is happening in the back end. Like the CEO or management people can come to the team and they will say, no, I don't want to this thing in this release. Remove the thing, or I need these are the modifications we need to do. So it's very headache. Like I need to make a test cases. I need to requirement what the thing is happening in the back end or the front end. It's a very complexity. Like actually, sometimes now I am dealing with any things, and right now I think it's very tough job. But I'm getting a knowledge where the thing when we are dealing with the next company in my career. If I start with another company also, I am capable to handle these situations like with very easy of pretty of things. Now I'm making a functional documents as a tester where the team lead is to do the things actually the test planning and the things. Right now I am the doing the things and the back end documentation and the API documentation. And I'm giving recently yesterday I given for the Geo platform for the demo, Geo Fiber. So that is very tough and difficult when the team is coming to over you and they will ask, do this, do that, do this. We don't have any knowledge on that particular aspect. We need to learn. I think that's very. If you are looking for the learning aspect and the career growth aspect or whatever the to your mainly focusing on a top level like PS, Scrum Master, and the project manager. In that point, we need to these things as considered as an learning key points actually. We should not straight to the things like no, I don't know about the things, I don't want to do this stuff. That like we need to take the help from someone who are already been on that place or the work experience, and just we need to start. So it's a very good opportunity for me, I think. But the stability of in a company what the people is said, that is it should be considered. Like why? Because the this panic situation, and in the last year we did not got our salaries actually. There we face like very this panic. What is happening to the next? So that time for the these kind of stabilities we need to talk about the things actually how the company stability is. That I can agree. For the remaining things we need to do the things actually.
Yeah, you can just implement new things, right? So if those are open source, but if you need something which has to be paid tool or anything, so in those cases you need the approval of the owner as well, approval of the maybe VP, maybe the technical manager, because you can't just purchase from your own pocket. That can't be
No. Yeah,
yeah.
if the particular application is compulsory needed for our process or the evaluation pipeline, we will recommend the what the use cases is, the what is the
Yeah,
yeah, we need to consider on their board actually. So this is the things if we are dealing with this pipeline, we can reduce some whatever the work functionality or whatever the things. We need to showcase the advantages and the meanwhile in a disadvantages, and we will recommend that if we will get this tool, it's very good for the process. If the
process.
thing is good, the way of explanation what you are exposing to the management, if understanding, they will give approval to.
But still it differs from organization to organization, CEO to
Yeah,
CEO,
that
because
yeah,
yeah,
that's 90%. I will approve for the thing actually. In my company also, I used to try the when I'm in the starting position, I used to make this kind of approach, but the team is not ready for the things. So I used to try with the free versions or whatever the things, and explore the things, and I will showcase it. this is the free tool I used, and this is the solution I made for this thing. So we can give trial. I mean, to purchase at least not for the 1 year. You can try for the 6 months plan or that.
3 months,
Like if you
yeah.
are, yeah, some free, and we can give a convey like this is the approach. So then the people can understand. Okay, this fine. It's working for us. Then the automatically management will go to the 6 months plan to this 1 year plan. So that's the way differentiation we need to
Yeah,
showcase
yeah,
it. Yeah.
that differs.
Nice. Yeah, yes, I was about to come to that point. Based on my experience, it may differ with others. Um, Even if you are working with product-based company, the idea of the product or the use cases should come from the actual customers, not from the your manager or individual in your. So I worked in 2007 or 8 with a such company where all the use cases or product idea was given by the boss, with the CEO of the company. There it was working with such person was tough for me at that time. Later on when I worked where the all the ideas or it came from the customer requirements, it used to come through and it used to, so it was very very nice. Okay, so just 1 minute before all of you drop, can you please turn on your cameras? I'll quickly get the screen grab and then I'll post it on LinkedIn. If everyone is okay with that, please, just 1 minute.
Nagesh, am I visible for you, or shall I put on the light?
No, you are not visible, your camera is not turned on. Yeah, Nimesh, thank you.
No,
Chitra, thank you. Nikhil,
my camera is turned on first of all. Just
no. Thanks, Hima. Shashi sir, thank you. Yeah, now it's turned on. You need to turn on the light also because it's pretty dark.
just a
Vipin,
second.
Savita, Ashok, Shipra, thanks, Shipra. Avinash, Savita, Ashok, and Avinash left. Arim, thank you. So just last one request. Okay, no worries, Savita, that's fine. Yes, Savita having some. Okay, I'll get the screen grab and I'll once it is done, I'll let you know. Smile, everyone. Chalo, just a minute. Thank you. Thanks a lot, all of you. Okay, we can continue the discussion now. Last 4-5 minutes.
The
So,
concept of saying cheese is gone now.
sorry.
The concept of saying cheese is gone.
Yeah, it's gone now. It's fine now. It was very nice discussion after a long time. We got connected. We want to be it regular. To be honest, it's very tough. Specifically, my Monday and Fridays are too busy, so I just wanted to spend some time with family during the weekend. But even though I'll find out the time, and moreover, I'm totally into Scrum Master role now, so that also lead me to keep me busy on that. But it was very nice discussion. All of you, thanks for joining, and we want your support, guys, to be regular on the call. Tell your friends that we have joined this discussion, and this is what I learned from this discussion, and I'm getting good referrals or I'm getting good connections. So be connected, active in the groups, and we will certainly have the specific topics soon. We'll bring it back, like Salesforce testing or Salesforce or Agile even. And even if you are interested to host some topic, anything, any new tools that you have learned, any new technology that you have learned, feel free to contact me. Send your PPTs. I will give you this forum. We will record it. We are going to post this recording onto the YouTube, so you will also get a good exposure to the world. So that is just pretty much from my side for this Sunday. Thank you. If anyone want to
thanks a
add
lot.
something, uh,
So you can do one thing, just before any Sunday or any meet, you can just post into the forum that whoever wants to put their own topics over there in the discussion, so they can just put, so based on the number of uh, maybe number of viewers or number of interested people, so they can just, you can just choose that which topic is on hot trend or which topic how many people wanted to understand. So based on that, you can just give the opportunity to that person who wants to give the demos or anything kind of.
Agree with Arim. Yeah, we will do that. Yes. Anupam, want to say something?
No, Nagesh. Today I was late joining, but I want
No
to
worries.
see what they're saying. Nagesh,
No worries.
one suggestion. Can you please do half an hour more? As you have started at 12 p.m., but 12 p.m., but I have a meeting at till 12:30. So can you please schedule this before after 12:30?
Absolutely. We can think of that. Yeah. Sure.
Sure, sure, sure.
Okay, guys. Then it's lunchtime,
Okay.
most probably for
Okay.
all of you, and I'll
Yep.
yes, I'll ask you to enjoy your family and take care of your health. Take care of your family's health. If vaccination is available, get vaccinated, and yes, avoid the crowded places. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thanks a lot,
Yeah,
Thank
Nagesh.
you.
Thanks a
thanks
lot.
for meeting all, guys. Yeah, bye.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Yeah.
Yeah.